If you love what we do, then please consider supporting CryptFail on Patreon. Your support helps us grow and to create more content more often. And now, on with the show.
Oh, thank you. And Catalina nods to the pirate. It's like a friendly nod, and she walks away, and she'll head down the deck. Is there anyone else up on deck?
I was, but if everyone else is going downstairs and there's nothing happening on deck, I think I would just awkwardly trail along. Because I don't know what's going on.
Princess, our guest is awake.
Ah, that is good.
I do not hear screaming.
That is good as well. Perhaps she does not believe she is a captive. We can go reassure her of this.
So this is a new scene, so who's going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going, regardless of if anyone else is. I've still got the note.
Fenric will see you guys kind of walking past on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And where is Wojack?
Hanging rags. After I finish doing the rags, I'll go back up to where the operating is going, where the witch is, to find out if there's any more rags that need to be hung in case she's angry at me. Where is everybody going? I say, I'll run into you guys as I go upstairs. I go, oh, hey, everyone's here. Where are you going? You seem to be in a rush.
Our guest, she is awake.
No?
Oui.
See.
Yes.
Precisely.
Okay. Maybe we might get some answers out of her.
Well, I believe before we ask any questions, we should probably check if she needs anything first. Food, water, chicken soup. Tell her she is no longer on a ship that is being attacked. You know, the basics.
That we are not her captors.
No, we are not. Yes, Fenric thought she may attack us. I do not think this is a worry.
Okay. I will go get some fresh water. And maybe a sponge or something, some sort of rag that I could help with, I don't know. I just cleaned them. I will get another rag anyways, and some more water, just in case.
Merci?
Catalina will wait for Wojack to get these, and then I guess she'll lead the way down to the galley where the girl is.
And she is sitting behind a table, and she's looking around, and she looks at you as you enter. And she says something in Vadachi. So who speaks Vadachi?
I do, but I speak it technically.
Vadachi.
Anybody else?
Only speaks Avalonian, apparently. So, from Vadachi, yes! It's the Italian one. It's French.
Yeah, nope. No, Dachi.
Wojack speaks enough to do commerce.
Being able to see her up close, it is clear that her dress is silk, and it is not cheap. It is showing some salt and sea wear, but not a lot, so it's possible that she's not been in the boat for too long. She looks at each of you in turn, looks around the room, And then she asks, "How did I get here?"
To our ship, and you were unconscious.
I do not remember. I was at a party. I was there with my brother. Where is my brother?
What is your brother's name?
His name is Victor Mondavi.
Victor Mondavi.
I was getting married to the Mondavi family.
To the old family.
What is your name, young lady?
My name is Alana Mondavi.
Wait, you were to marry into the family you already have the name of?
We are a very large family.
Catalina's checking on her wounds, on her head wound.
I am afraid we do not know where your brother is. You were...
What is she doing?
She is checking that you are alright. You had a injury on your head. She is a doctor.
Noticing the girl's sort of disturbed look, she looks over at... Catalina looks over at the princess.
She is asking what you are doing, and I have told her you are just checking her injuries. She wants to know where her brother is, and she was... The last she remembers, she was at a party and she was going to get married.
Why are you not speaking to me?
It's okay, young lady. Here.
I was
have
speaking
some chicken
in
soup.
Avalonian, I assume, to... Does she know Avalonian?
She does not. She does not appear to anyway.
My friend here does not speak Vodachi. She did not know what you were asking, when you asked what she was doing, so I was communicating to her what you have said.
Princess, tell her to keep still. She keeps moving. She's like trying to hold the top of her head.
And she's turning and like looking at you.
Can you sit still for a moment so she may check your injury?
She stops moving.
Thank you.
Fenric kind of nudges his way into the room, but he's a big guy, so he kind of pushes some of you out of the way.
And who are you?
Who was she asking?
Like you're the only one. You and Wojack. So it's like, and it sounded more a royal you, not necessarily you specifically, but like who are you? Like the ship, the people. What are you?
This ship is, well, Wojack?
A pirate ship.
Fair. We are going to be blunt.
She looks at you, and she says, "Pirate," and you feel.
Young lady, I think you don't know what has happened for the past long time.
You say the last you remember you were at a party?
And she's just looking at Wojack at the moment with a level of intensity.
Glaring.
Wojack starts to talk to her and then stops. Little lady, what are you doing? I take a step back. Little lady, tell me, what did you used to do back in your hometown?
Satisfied there's no issue with the wound on her head, and that it's still, the dressing's okay. Catalina will sit on the desk next to the girl.
I grab Margaret. I grab Margaret and bring her closer. I try to.
What?
Margaret,
What is the issue?
she is a witch.
Yes.
Okay, and?
She is a witch. She
Yes?
can control me.
Okay, perhaps you should ask her not to, if this is a concern of yours.
Do something.
What should I do?
I don't know. You know this.
Are they speaking in Vodachi? Or
I
still?
assume so.
No,
Elena-
Avalonian.
Oh, we're speaking in Avalonian. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then why is she responding?
Okay, so here...
I didn't realize you changed language.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm.
sorry.
Yeah. So hearing this, she's looking back at Catalina's looking back at Wojack and Marguerite, sort of like with a questioning look on her face, and looking back at the girl. What's the girl doing? Is she like looking intently at him?
Yeah, it's an intense look. Like she's just focused on Wojack, and it's intense. It's not hatred, but it's intense. She's concentrating. She's doing something. Yeah,
well, Catalina's real curious because. Oh dear, who's gonna die?
That wasn't me. Alana, are you doing something to Wojack here? He seems to be concerned that you will control him.
I am looking for answers.
Well, if you wish to ask, we will answer as well.
See, little lady, I apologize, I must go.
Oh, well.
Wojack quickly runs off outside.
He has this concern about anything to do with magic, it seems. Did you have any questions we could answer?
What is a dinghy?
A dinghy. It is a small boat.
Why was I on it?
We do not know. You say you last remember you were at a party?
Yes.
The boat that we found you in, the small boat, it may have come from a larger ship. What language is the note I got in?
Avalonian.
Avalonian, oh. Do you happen to read Avalonian?
What is Avalonian?
It is the language they speak in Avalon.
What is Avalon?
It is a country.
I do not understand.
You are from Wodache, yes?
Yes.
Wodache is a country, and there are others. You are from Wodache. I am from Montaigne.
I have not heard of Montaigne.
Well, it is a country. So is Avalon. So is Castile. Catalina here is from Castile.
These words are new to me.
That is odd. If I read this note to you, maybe I do not know if it will help or if it will make things worse, but when we found you in the small boat, there was a note in the sleeve of your dress. And it has your name in it, so if you cannot read it, I can read it to you and you can tell us if it means anything to you. Is that all right?
That is acceptable.
All right. The note says, MC, I have protected the girl as best I could, but I am wounded and I fear it is mortal. I am so very sorry, Alana. Will Quick. Does that make sense to you?
I do not remember anyone of that name.
But it does have your name, which is something. When is the last... You remember you were going to get married. What season was it? Was it summer? Was it... When do you remember last?
I do not know how long I was unconscious, but recently?
If you do not mind, I am going to explain this to my friends here in a language that they know. Is that all right?
That is acceptable.
Thank you. Wojack's gone, so Marguerite will turn to Catalina and Fenric and say, she does not know what the note is about. She is not aware of any countries other than Wodache. And she has no idea why she was on a boat at all.
Catalina looks quite surprised at this.
I believe she is truly confused that we are speaking languages she does not understand, as she does not seem to be aware of their existence.
So, a little girl who has not traveled and who has not been informed of any place other than her homeland?
She was to be married, but she was marrying into the family she is already in. She said it was a large family. And she did something to Wojack, she said, to find answers.
Well, the large family thing and the being in the family you're marrying into sounds like a nobility thing.
Well, not all
kinda weird.
nobility does that. Still, she does not know. She is not aware of having gone on any boat at all. She remembers last being at a party for her wedding.
If I was on a small boat, where was the bigger one?
Well, right now you are on a bigger boat, and earlier we ran across another bigger boat, but it has sunk. It was attacked and damaged. It was on fire when we ran into it. Not literally ran into it. We did not ram into it, but we found it. But it is sunk.
Where is my family?
That I do not know. If they were not with you on the boat, they may still be in Vodace.
If they were on that boat, where are they now?
If they were on the boat and there were no other longboats, we would not be able to say if the boat has sunk. If there were other boats, they may be in a small boat like you were. Even if they were not, they may have washed up somewhere.
She looks at you intently. What do you think?
To be honest, I do not know. You say you do not know why you are here. It almost would seem stranger for your entire family to have been on the ship and you to know nothing about it than if it was just you for some reason. If I had to guess, they may be back in Vodace, but I could not say. If you wish to search for answers or whatever it is that you do, I do not mind and will not run away.
Who was responsible for sinking the other ship?
There are theories it may have been a woman named Reese.
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 She says it like she's trying on a set of gloves.
Have you heard of this name?
I have not,
Ah,
but I would like to meet her.
I do not think you would. She is not very kind.
If she has killed my family, then there is a vendetta.
I do not know that she has, but... With my luck, we will run into her anyway.
Have you told her about the ship that she was on? How it was the Sea Dogs?
We don't know if she was on that ship. Do you want me to try and explain? She doesn't know what Avalon is. I can try and explain the Avalonian privateers if you think it is a good idea.
Well, I just think that, well, I guess I don't know what you're talking about, so...
Do you want a she wants to know if her family may have been on the ship with her. I do not know.
We do not know this.
No, she asked what I believe. I do not know why her whole family would have been on a ship that she didn't know about. If she has been captured, surely it would make more sense for her family to be back in Vodace.
Right. I think if it was a Fildachi ship, it would make sense that her family could be on it. But the fact that it was probably a Sea Dog ship means that I think we know at least that the rowboat she was in was Avalonian.
Yes. Alana, the large ship that you may have been on, because the smaller boat may have come from it. That ship was not from Wojack. It was from Avalon.
I know nothing about Avalon.
I know, which is unusual.
The pirate who had been the one that's sort of been working with Catalina, he's sort of been at the back, he's been listening. You don't know if he speaks Vodachi or not, but he's been listening to the other conversations.
Yeah.
He just says, and it's a question, but he says, kidnapped?
Yeah. Is there any reason you can think of that anybody would have wanted to capture you?
No, I am only a woman.
But are you from a wealthy family? Perhaps for a ransom?
Many Vodachi families are wealthy.
Is yours?
Yes, we are quite large. There are business deals, but I don't know what they are. I am merely a girl.
Oh, yes, Vodachi. I see. Perhaps it could have been part of a business deal gone wrong, or for a ransom, or perhaps someone did not wish you to marry the man you were supposed to marry. I do not know, but you may have been captured, and that is how you were on the ship?
I do not know.
Unfortunately, neither do we, for now. We can try to find out, but at the moment we don't know much more than you do, unfortunately.
Catalina's popped off the side of the desk that she was sitting on, down next to the girl, and she's looking. She sort of like pulls the side of her hair away from her neck, and she's looking down at her neck, and she crosses
at the girl's
over.
neck or her own neck?
Yep, at the girl's neck.
Okay. I thought she was
Not her
looking
own
at her
neck.
own neck, and I was like, what?
Nope.
That would be impressive.
I know. That's why I was confused.
That would be impressive. And I mean, she didn't. She's double checking just to make sure, but yeah, she's looking, and then she looks at the other side of her neck. Now, obviously, the girl's putting up a little bit of a fuss over this when she grabs her left arm and she rolls up the sleeve, and checks that little nave where the elbow is.
She is just checking for injuries, perhaps. To be fair, I do not know what she is doing now, but I do know that she is not going to hurt you.
Sorry, where are you touching her?
Her left arm.
And she giggles and starts like slapping at you, like, get away. Like it tickles.
Is that normal?
You're the doctor. Is it?
I haven't treated many children.
She's not really a child. She's getting married. Catalina, what are you looking for?
Did you not say that she could not remember a thing? Why she was on the ship?
She does not remember why she was on the ship. She cannot think of a reason why anybody would want to kidnap her. And I forgot how they are in Vojack. She keeps saying that nobody would wish to kidnap her because she is only a woman.
Well, either she hit her head really hard, or if you go to capture somebody, especially kidnapping, and she looks at her, looks at the right arm now, and she's rolling up the sleeve on the dress, just to check the right arm. Because sometimes you would drug them.
Would that remove the memory?
It may cause temporary amnesia.
Well, I imagine all we can really do for now is try and contact any family she may have in Wojack. She has mentioned that if her family was on the ship and that Reese sank the ship, that she would need to meet her because there's a vendetta. But I told her we do not know if her family was there.
So it's a bit hard to check for that one. So she understands that she is in a pirate ship?
Wojack told her that she was on a pirate ship. But to be fair, I do not know if she knows what that means. I will check. Alana, are you familiar with pirates?
Yes,
Yes. In what sense?
they rob from the righteous and keep for themselves. A threat to the government and the stability of the realm.
I see. Have you heard of a group called the Sea Dogs by any chance?
I have not.
I imagined not. Alright. Well, we will have to try and think of something. Catalina here is trying
She's
to
finished.
check. Oh, she's finished? Never
Yeah.
mind. She is done. She was looking to see if there was maybe any way someone might have drugged you that could have caused you to lose some of your memory.
Catalina puts her hand up to her mouth and breathes in deeply.
What?
Oh, I am sorry, princess. There's more than one way to drug a person. You can also use drugs in a handkerchief. Or
Oh,
rag.
you were demonstrate? I wasn't sure what
Oh,
Catalina was doing.
demonstrating.
I thought she was like gasping with her hand to her mouth. What is wrong?
Well, she did gasp with her hand to her mouth. It's-
Oh,
so, like, yeah, Marguerite was like, "What? Oh, okay, now I understand."
yes. Okay. Yes, we. Well, she is familiar with pirates in that she has been told they are evil and will destroy the nation. Wojack, I imagine. She is not familiar with the Sea Dogs specifically, which makes sense as they are not from Wojack.
It almost sounded like she was reading it from a pamphlet too.
She seems to have memorized a description of pirates that she has been told about how they rob from the righteous and something undermine the nation and the government. Something. I don't remember.
Maybe you'll speak of brainwashing.
I do not. It did not seem that extreme. Entire world.
Very pretty though, and she flicks up part of the blonde hair.
She looks at you again like,
She
what?
does not know what you are doing, so be careful.
She's smiling at the girl.
She's pouting a little.
Pouting. Should we speak to the captain about any of this? If we wish to do anything like bring her back to Wojack, we cannot make that decision.
Oh, Alberto, she seems to be a little bit sad. Perhaps you can give her a song to brighten her day. And yes, we should go to the captain. Maybe we can make a nice tidy profit of this unfortunate circumstance.
She does say her family is wealthy, although when I asked her if her family was wealthy, she said yes, it is a large family, which seemed an odd way to answer that question, but
Catalina's looking at the girl and she's going, so, a rich, large family. There's a big grin on her face.
not so uncommon for... I do not know if she is nobility. She spoke of business dealings. Perhaps more of a merchant's family? I
Why
am
is
not
she
sure.
laughing?
Oh, Catalina?
Yes. Why does she have that stupid grin?
She liked your hair. She said it was pretty when she
It
flipped
is
it.
pretty.
Your hair, yes, your hair is very nice.
It feels a little crunchy right now. Why is that?
That will be the salt from the ocean.
Salt.
Salt. The ocean is salt water. And when you come out of the water and it dries, there is salt on you and it is crunchy. You will want to wash your hair, and I imagine your clothing is also covered in salt. We may have to find you something else to wear.
And the pirate who's there, he sort of goes, and walks off.
Does he speak Vodache then?
He speaks some,
Okay.
but his is very basic sort of thing. So he's picking up individual words sort of thing.
Yes, I imagine whatever Vodache I would be speaking would probably have a horrible accent and just be like the really like stiff, not super conversational stuff you learn in school.
Yes, but you can actually converse. Like, whereas
Yes.
if you think with him, you can see he's been concentrating, so he's having to be much more like. So he's not getting any time that she would have sort of gone very not conversational, but sort of fluid. He wouldn't have easily followed that. He's following more yours because you are being more
Wooden with
Yeah.
my yes. Not necessarily fluent.
You know, he's picked up some words. Maybe they've had Vodache, maybe sailors on board, maybe in port. He's picked up stuff, but he's not fluent in any way.
Well, should we bring her with us to speak to the captain, or should we leave her here and go without her?
And Catalina's looking down at the girl. What's the girl doing? Just sitting there, just sort of being all pouty and stuff.
A little.
And Fenric has left the room.
Oh. He didn't want to sing her a song?
He has to go get his accordion.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should go and talk to the captain while El Bardo sings her a song.
Do you think she will be alright if we leave her here? She does want to wash her hair. She says it feels crunchy.
And Catalina looks down at her, looks back at Marguerite. Is there any other sailors around?
Not now. The main one that was there, he has left.
Yeah. Okay. I guess she will be able to wash her hair in time, but first, I think we should probably bring this to the attention of the Capitan.
Should I just ask her to stay here?
See?
Alright. Alana, we are going to go tell the captain of the ship that you are awake and see if there is anything he thinks that we are able to do to try and contact anyone you may know in Vodache. Will you please stay here for the moment? We will be back.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, she will stay here.
And Catalina comes around from the other side of the table and walks over to Marguerite and looks at her and sort of nods towards the door.
Let's go.
And Catalina heads out.
Yep. And Marguerite will as well. And if we run into Wojack or Fenric on the way, I imagine we will tell them where we're going.
You do run into Fenric, who is making his way back towards the room with his accordion.
Fenric, we are going to go talk to the captain. She is going to stay here. Please try not to do anything too confusing, as you cannot speak to each other.
Alright, I'll do a song without any words.
All right. I wonder what she will think of that.
Indeed.
She was asking why you were laughing, Catalina.
Oh.
And Fenric has disappeared into the room, and you can hear what sounds...
Is Wojack anywhere to be seen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Then I guess we'll just go looking for a captain.
Was the captain on deck last time we saw her, or...?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we'll... Catalina will be heading back up on deck again.
Yep. Marguerite will go as well.
Oh, I do wonder where the Kojak went to. Wojack. Kojak. Kojak. Oh, that's a big...
He's turned into a bold detective. I'm honestly
Kojak
surprised it
detective.
took this long.
Actually, now that you say it, I'm surprised too.
I thought game one at some point it was going to be Kojak.
Wojack said that she was a witch and ran away. And she may be a witch. She was doing something to him. She said she was looking for answers.
Interesting.
It's Vodache they have fate witches in, is it not? I have met a fate witch.
Oh, really?
I did not talk to her for very long.
I have never been to Vodachi before.
Ah, neither have I.
I am familiar with the term witch, but never witnessed such things.
I have met a witch. I was supposed to break her out of prison, but that did not go so well.
Marguerite, and she's looking at Marguerite as he's walking up the stairs, looking at her almost sympathetically. It's like, things have not gone well for you the last few weeks.
Specifically, these past few weeks, we have been rather eventful. Comparatively to, the previous 18 years or so.
Well, I guess I am not one to talk.
No?
And she's like, puts her arms down the side, and she's like, waves it out, like, look around. She's like looking around.
Oui. Certainly no one here is having a dull few weeks, month, I do not know.
So, El Capitan. Catalina and Marguerite are up on deck looking for the captain.
Yes, and I assume we can find him unless he's decided to hide.
I guess we're telling the story.
As you guys walk up the stairs, you can hear a heated argument as you get closer to the top of the deck. And as you get up on deck, you can see towards the helm, the captain and Wojack are having heated argument.
Ah.
You have to get rid of her. I'm telling you, she is dangerous. We cannot keep her. No.
Wojack,
What?
you are not making any sense,
She
man.
is a fate witch. Can I not be any clearer? She is a witch.
Perhaps
Hey,
She could well be a witch.
She
Perhaps
could be
we should go into-
She is dangerous.
Wojack!
She is going to do... What? God, yeah, the other witch is coming along to help out.
Excuse
She
me.
is dangerous.
She is not.
We have to get rid of her immediately. We must put her back on the boat and send her away.
I am not putting a child alone into a boat and setting them adrift at sea.
Excuse
Not
me,
just a
may
child.
we...
She is a witch. She is very dangerous and she is scared. We don't know. This is going to end badly for all of us.
You do not even know the full story as you left the room before she was finished explaining.
I bet you she does not know much. She is from Vodache.
Vodache? She is from Vodache.
Yes.
Oui?
Please cast
Did
your
you
tongue.
get any good information out of her? Or was she, the world is very small and I am a small girl in a small world. Is that what she said? No?
No, she never said those words.
Oh, but I'm sure she deserves. That's as close it is. She is Wadachi. I know. I've been there. Their women
She is
are treated
from
unfairly.
Vodache. She does not know. She does not know how she came to be on any ship at all. last thing she remembers, she was about to be married and she was at a party. She is not aware of any countries other than Wojack.
Not a party for what? What was it
For
that she
her
was going
wedding.
to? Her wedding. To
She was-
whom?
I do not remember the name. She could tell you if you ask.
I am not going near that woman anymore. That child is an evil witch.
She did not do anything.
Because they marry off their fate witches to their higher ups. So all I know about them is that they hoard power. These rich Vodachis. They want it all, and I know. And
She
this
said
is
she was
why
going to be married. She said that she's from a large family. She had no idea why she would be here. She could not think of anybody who would wish to capture her.
there would maybe be another one of these merchant princes who want her as part of their menagerie of power. This is what
I know.
I'm scared of. We are getting tangled in between 2 or maybe 3 of these powerful merchants who have overwhelming strength.
I do not believe so. I believe it is all this one and the same group. The Reese and the one she was working with were looking for fate witches. If you think she is one, then perhaps they were trying to capture her.
Still, keeping her on board is dangerous. I am warning you. The fate witch, or any witch, should not be trifled with. Whoever they are, they will only bring pain and suffering for all of us.
I have met 2 fate witches and they both seemed quite nice.
You! Tell me!
Me?
I say, as I turn towards looking Marguerite straight in the eye. Who are you? Meeting these people, these powerful people, and walking away unscathed. Are you an emissary? Some ambassador?
No. I am
What?
not anyone in
Gives you this
particular.
privilege to be able to
Privilege?
talk
Catalina's looking really amazed.
and not have a scar on your body anyway. Not even the burn mark. You simply talk to them as if they were another person in the street. A
Well,
commoner.
the first
or a
fate witch,
merchant.
I was supposed to help her break out of jail. I did not succeed in
You
that.
what?
I
You
was
help
suppo-
a witch?
Well, I did not succeed, no. And thus I am
Oh.
here.
For the greater good, no doubt.
No,
These witches are evil, they are bad.
I have met 2 and they were both quite nice.
The captain points at Catalina. You put up with that witch well enough.
Exactly.
Catalina's
So far
smiling.
she has been helping us, but I still have my doubts.
Alana did not do anything to harm you. She was looking for answers. She did not know if you were being truthful.
I felt her grip on me, like invisible hands holding me in place. It
Wait.
was an effort to try to talk to you. I was
To talk to
fighting
you?
against.
Ah,
Yes,
talk to me.
she was holding me in place with some
She did
sort
not
of
harm
magic.
you. She did not harm you. You are fine.
She did not harm me yet. I felt as if it was going to. I felt cold. I felt confined. There is a magic beyond our understanding and our power, and she possesses it. She can turn on all of us if she wishes to. Don't understand the power that these witches have. We must get rid of her.
No, we are not getting rid of a girl.
And what would you have you do with a fate witch who has been betrothed to a powerful Voditi merchant?
She would like us to find her family, if possible. She is wondering where
A
they
pirate
are.
ship.
Her
What
brother, in particular, she asked for.
Do you think a pirate ship would be welcome into the bays, a trading bay of a Vadachi port? We have no way of getting her to her family safely.
Not
Unless, of course,
directly,
good captain
perhaps,
here.
but we could send a message. We could attempt to find somebody she knows.
You wish to try and reach out and contact these powerful merchants and say, "Hey, we have your fate witch here. We will be happy to give her back. Just meet us here." Of course, they're gonna trust the word of
I don't know
us.
anything about that, but I would want to return a child to her family if that is where she
This
wants
is
to
an
go.
opportunity. I do not think we should throw this to the wind.
What opportunity do you speak of?
Catalina, I did not think you had this bone in your body. You wish to capitalize on this opportunity, no?
She looks over at the captain. This is a way to make the profit, yes?
You wish to ransom her back to her family?
In the spirit, I see. Well, we are on a pirate ship. I see no way that we would be able to contact these people in a fair trade. They would simply take her and then kill us, thinking
Wojack.
that we have kidnapped her.
This is simply a mercy mission, and we must be recompensed for our time and effort.
Wojack, I am confused by the way you seem to think if we were to reach out, we would say, "Hello, we are a pirate ship. We will return." We would not do that. Why would we say that?
Well, we don't have a flag, for one. Captain, do we have any flags? Avalonian, Castilian, something that would recognize us as a merchant?
Catalina leans next to Marguerite, next to her ear, and she says, "But, Marguerite, did we not tell her that we were pirates?"
Yes, you can thank Wojack for that.
She rolls her eyes.
I heard that.
I have Roger, which is jolly.
Ah.
Oh, very good. Very good. We'll hoist
Excuse
the
me?
Jolly Roger and sail into Wadachi.
Her family does seem to be quite, or I do not know her family particularly, but somebody has been talking to her and taught her that pirates are very bad. Well, if you speak Vodache, she would be happy to recite to you the evils of piracy.
If we are going to stand a hope, we would have to change ships. This ship would be too noticeable.
She wants to know where her family is. If her family is dead, she wants revenge, from what I understand.
Against Reese.
Oui.
There is a fool's errand if ever there was one. I have no love for that woman.
Who does? Well,
She is but a child.
oui.
And she comes up on deck, and she's now wearing boots and pants and a loose shirt and like a waistcoat for modesty. But she's walking really awkward. It's almost like she's expecting lots of weight in the dress, and especially the skirt element of it. And now that it's not there, the lack of that and just wearing trousers, it's like she's stepping over small logs every time she takes a step.
Alana, how are you?
Catalina is amused.
I feel
Oui, if you go from an heavy dress to clothing like this, it is an adjustment. I have had to make it as well.
and two of the pirates come over and they give her a dagger, and she like hooks it into the belt awkwardly, but gets it there. And he's holding a cutlass and a pistol, and he looks at his companion, who looks at the pistol and starts shaking his head vigorously. So he hands her a cutlass, and she takes it. And as soon as he lets go, she like goes down onto the deck with it. And she like hefts it up, and she like, they show her how to clip it to the belt, and then she's standing there leaning to the left.
Perhaps we shall not teach you swordplay anytime soon.
But she looks very happy to have a sword, although she does seem very like awkward.
Catalina is very bemused.
Are you feeling better to be out of your salt-covered clothing at least?
Yes, thank you.
Captain, do you speak Vodache?
Odds are even.
Evens. Let's do
Okay,
evens.
so if it's evens, he knows. If it's odds, he doesn't. He knows Vodache.
I have had some trade dealings with them.
Then you may speak to her as well, and it will not only be Wojack and myself. Alana, this is the captain of the ship.
Greetings to you, gentlemen. Thank you for my rescue. Walks down off where the helm is, and they start talking.
As they're talking, I talk to Margaret. Turn to Margaret. Margaret, you have to see this. You would know, as someone who has been in these places. She is dangerous, if anything, just because she is naive.
Which places have I been in?
Well, you tell me. Meeting with this Reese lady? Talking to Fate Witches? What have you not done?
I have only
You're
been in
angry.
Montaigne until recently. Then I was in Video, and now I am here.
You have done a lot more than that you're giving away, but this is an argument for another time.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
not an art. If you ask me, I will tell you anything. I have not particularly tried to keep any secrets. But I do not think she is dangerous. She is a child.
the naive one who knows not of what is happening to her. As far as she's concerned, she has been kidnapped and held ransom. Or maybe she just thinks that she is kidnapped. And
She
no
does
more.
not think she is kidnapped. She believes that we have rescued her, which, to be fair, is true.
And then solves the problem that she is of a noble house. Mondarabi. I don't know who they are, but they might have a lot of power. Dealing with them might be dangerous for us.
I mean, if I were able to contact my family, I could try and figure out if anybody I know has dealings with Wojack, but I don't even know how I'd contact my family, so, I suppose it
No.
is academic.
First, we must not be on a ship that is easily identifiable, or at the very least, make it less identifiable. The ship has a big wooden thing on the front. You can tell it's a pirate ship from a
Well, we are going to port. Perhaps we can ask when we are not on a ship at all.
At the very least, we need to find out more information about this lass. We need to find out where we can take her, or what city does she hail from. Maybe then it will give us some direction. Finding Miss Reese and exacting vengeance?
I do
This
not
is
think
too
we
much.
wish to find Reese.
No.
At least I do not wish to find Reese, as she is not very fond of me.
Princess!
She did not like me. We spoke. She was. She did
Not
not
only
like
she's
me.
dangerous, she doesn't like you either.
Well.
God in the heavens and I say to hear you. Okay. Look. We can salvage this if we just plan
At
a
this
straight
point
course.
in my life, things just happen, and I'm mostly just going along with them, which is how I got here in the first place. However, yes, I would not like to see her again. However, if we must, we must, and then we shall see what happens. This is my new philosophy on life. We shall see what happens.
Okay. Next time we talk to the little girl, we will say we are privateers. She will believe it, I am sure.
You have already told her we are pirates. I do not know if she would really see a distinction between pirates and privateers.
She probably doesn't know what a privateer is. By the sounds of it, she doesn't been taught much, which she is following along the lines of the Wadachi.
I understand that that is common there, yes. From what I have learned, anyway. I have never been.
It is not a nice place. The people are horrible.
Alana seems quite sweet.
We shall see. As long as we are playing it safe, we will keep both our legs, and there will be no more ducks.
There were never any ducks to begin with.
I'm not sure. I say, looking to Catalina.
Catalina, were there any ducks?
Catalina's got a cheeky grin on her face.
Catalina, do you think she is dangerous?
Is she still up on deck, or did she go back to below?
She's talking to the captain, and Wojack's over here going on about how dangerous she is.
She looks like she's learning knots. One of the other pirates has brought over a rope and he's explaining.
They're like, we have a strange child. Let us teach her all the pirate things.
Catalina's
And
nodding.
they tie a knot and they go, and there's a knot, and she sort of does it and she goes, and it goes as a straight piece of rope. And she's like,
Catalina's nodding. Very dangerous.
I will agree she is dangerous if they set her to tying any knots in earnest, the boat may drift away.
Yes,
However,
if we were to rely on her to tie the rope to stop a boat from sailing away.
so as
Yes.
long as we do not ask her to sail the ship, I think we may be fine.
Right. I am not going to have anything to do with this girl.
Catalina's sort of chuckling to herself.
I hope she doesn't get too disappointed. It takes a while to learn knots.
Hey, fine. If I'm going to see my family again, I guess I'm going to have to stick around, or otherwise I will be lost.
Well, you wish to see your family, she wishes to see hers. You can put yourself in her shoes and empathize.
Empathize. I wouldn't be in this position. I am not a witch. I cannot empathize with a witch.
You can empathize with wanting to see your family.
Yes.
You wish to see yours, she wishes to see hers. Whether
Fine.
she is a witch or not really has nothing to do with that.
Witches.
How would you feel if all the witches went around going, merchants?
They do. I tell you this story once that happened to my uncle. He was betrayed by a witch, and they turned his left leg into a duck. It was horrible. He told me when he got back, this is how my leg is.
Did he have 2 legs when he told you this?
No. He had 1 leg.
We have saved Alana.
Catalina points at Alana.
She does not count.
She does. Are there pirates up to tell us if that counts? The pirates who were telling us what counted as a shipwreck?
Where's those pirates?
Yeah, where's those? We need an adjudicator. Does this count?
Does it count as saving someone?
Does this
Is
count
that
as
in the betting pool?
Yeah, what's the pool up to? Yeah.
God. But nonetheless, we are running a risk for this. Do we even have a plan on how we are going to get her there? What are we going to do next? We are not actually
did we have a plan for anything to begin with?
We were coming up with one, I hope.
In my very recent experience, I wouldn't bother. Plans never go how you expect them to.
Okay, we are going to wander the 7 seas with a fate witch in our boat and a notorious
it works for
evil
me
pirate.
so far.
Oh, yes, I can see that. Not anyone else you've been with?
Are you dead?
Not yet. I'm still waiting.
Well, let me know.
I'll let you know when I die.
Merci.
Well, all we can say is to the pirates, at least, that don't leave us. We might need his help again.
Who's help?
The captain. He seems to be the only one who doesn't seem to mind having a witch on his boat.
Have you not noticed all the people who are now teaching her to fight and tie knots? They do not mind her here.
Yes, I can see the first mate seems to be taking a shine to her. Surprising. That man gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh no, whatever shall you do? People who alarm you getting along.
This is unnatural. She's casting a spell.
I think she is working on a bowline knot, actually.
I am going downstairs. By this time, I hope we have an idea of what we're going to do. I will speak to the captain tomorrow. Find out what we're going to do. We still have the problem. We have some sort of device in the hold, in the chest. What is this going to do? Do you think she knows anything about this device?
I would imagine not. I imagine the reason they would both have been in close proximity is that Reese and the people she works with are looking for these artifacts, and they are looking for fate witches.
And now we have both on one boat.
So perhaps we shall see them sooner than we thought.
Yes, I think our first priority is to get very far away from this place. And a song.
And a song. Well, Fenric was playing the accordion earlier.
He's still doing so.
He's even though she left, he's just playing to himself.
It does sound like that. He is playing downstairs.
Yes,
came
you
up
can
and
hear
he's
it.
been playing in the background.
Oh, he's up here. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Following the little girl around with his accordion. Why?
She
do
has
you
her
follow
background music.
Catalina turns to Marguerite. She holds up what looks to be like an imaginary flintlock, cocks it, puts it up to the side of her head, and pulls the trigger.
He is not
Let out a
happy. All this fuss over one. Well, I say she is a small girl. She is. They say she is
This one
15.
witch.
Really, only 3 years my junior. I should probably not call her a small girl. But
God, you are only 18? And you have sunk 3 ships?
I did not sink any of them.
My God! You have a
That-
fascinating career, young woman.
I do
That
not
is an
have a
impressive
career.
number.
You
I
seem
did
to
not-
be.
I did not sink any ships.
I think not. We have established from the good men holding the wager that you have.
No, that I was on 3 sinking ships. You
Still
were
count.
with me on one of those ships. Did you see me do anything that would have caused it to sink?
I lost sight of you for a moment, and then the ship burned down. That
It
counts.
did not burn down. A cannonball went through the side of the ship and it sank. That is also how the first ship sank.
I think you still have something to do with it.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I was on many boats before those that did not sink simply because I was on them.
Very true, but still, for a young woman, you have done a lot. You...
Only recently, I assure you. I have not done much before that.
Catalina pointedly turns her back
To Wojack,
to,
or?
to Wojack and looks at Marguerite with the tense look and crosses her eyes.
Ah. Oui.
Witch, don't turn your back on me. You are a rude woman.
You have met an actual witch now, and yet you still call Catalina a witch?
I have my doubts. I am a cautious man.
Catalina's eyes roll around in her head. It's just like,
Should we speak to the captain again? Wojack seems very concerned about making a plan. Although now he has left, so I do not imagine he is going to assist with this plan.
I do not think there's anything we need to worry about until we get back.
Oui.
Like she turns and looks over towards the Alana.
And she's just tying knots happily.
Is she getting any better?
Yeah, she's probably learned the most basic knot.
So
She can do a
it's-
figure 8 knot now, or a reef knot. Those are both really easy.
But it's like okay, so but the crew, like, how much fascination is there on her from the crew? Because Catalina's sort of like
A fair bit, but more like a doll rather than.
lecherous or anything like that.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. feel
Catalina
lecherous.
doesn't have to punch anyone,
No.
or at least go sternly tell them things again.
Like a fish out of water per se sort of fascination. Like here is someone who has no idea about anything. Okay, yeah, okay.
They've had girls on before, but they tend to be more like Vasquez.
Yeah,
From Aliens,
yeah. Tough. Yeah,
Tailors.
yeah.
This time they've got someone who's very, definitely fish out of water. It's clear that she's educated, but utterly uneducated in what they think is anything remotely practical.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
Good.
I wonder what her family will think if she goes home and has learned to tie some knots.
And Catalina's eyes sort of brighten up.
What?
I do wonder if I can teach her some swordplay. I wonder what her family would think then.
We could try. Maybe the basics. Did you see they were going to give her a pistol?
It is very good that they did not give her a pistol. It would be very hard to explain a hole in one's head.
In that case, she may have been a danger. I think the sword was rather too much for her already. She has had a bit of trouble lifting it, but she could
Perhaps not a
practice.
Cutlass, she might be more tuned to.
If we could find a
say,
rapier.
A rapier, yes.
I prefer them myself, but they are not generally in abundance on ships.
Catalina's thinking. Is there usually grinding wheels on board?
On ships?
No, there would be sharpening stones.
Oh,
but it's
sharpening
a much
stone,
slower
yeah.
process.
Yeah. It would take you a long time to sharpen down
A cutlass.
a cutlass into a rapier.
Yeah.
So you better get started.
Yeah, it's much more seems to be designed like the stuff they've got is to take the the chinks out of a sword, not modify them.
Yeah. All right. Because Catalina's not armed at all. She doesn't carry a dagger or. I'm assuming the crew would have offered us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was.
Did I get
some
a
extras
sword
if people
back?
wanted
Because I
them.
lost. Well,
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
my
if
other
you
one.
wanted one, yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't lose it.
Yeah, well, they actually didn't offer us any weapons, did they?
Well, welcome aboard. Would you like a sword or a pistol?
Or a pistol?
7th Sea, starring Emily as Marguerite, Shadow as Fenric, RavenInsane as Catalina, Louis as Wojack, Ghost as the Teller of Stories. 7th Sea is released by Chaosium Games and written by John Wick. Some of the sound come from Sirenscape.com. You can find us at critfail.com.